ZooBoyZ Chapter 1. Paper, Plans, Purpose. Karen McRoy was doing a summer internship as a writer for the Northport Post, a small-town paper that was constantly scrambling for stories worth reading in a town where nothing very interesting at all was the only thing that was really happening. Not to mention, printed newspapers were becoming more obsolete each day. Unlike most towns, this town still relied on the info printed in their town's newspaper. Over the years, it was considered to be the only source of true news. They believed what was written in their newspaper before entertaining other sources of news and information. Karen told her parents, "Someday people will read again, and I want them to not just read, but read what I write." Her parents didn't have much faith in her becoming some great writer. They didn't want her to get her hopes too high in fear that she would be let down harder than she could handle. On the other hand, being an intern at a newspaper company would probably lead to a job, or at least give her experience needed to get a real job. Her first month there, she worked out of the newspaper's mailroom, empty trash cans, and conquered the real need of any good newspaper company, going out to get lunch for the real writers. Sometimes breakfast, lunch, and sometimes dinner. She admired all the writers, especially the ones who worked from their homes. If she were honest with herself and others, she would probably openly admit that her admiration was based on those people doing what she desired to do, but also because the writers sending in their work didn't scold her for getting their meals orders wrong. The first real light at the end of the corporate tunnel was when she was finally asked to write about Zoo Island, an abandoned zoo left haphazardly. She went down to the records room, pulled 4 file boxes off one of the shelves, dusted them off, and read what was written on the front, making sure she had the ones marked Zoo Island. One was marked Zoo Island Live. It was written exactly like that, misspelled, weird letters. It drove the young, always grammatically correct author and striving journalist absolutely nuts. She vaguely remembered a TV show her brother used to watch on Saturday mornings. She paid no attention to it. She was much too mature for such frivolous things. As she pictured the TV show and logo flashing through her own mind, she realized this spelling was the same as it was for that show. She aired her complaints to the dust bunnies. "Stupid thing! Pfft. Stupid thing still bothers me to this day. Why? Why misspell it? Did they think it was clever? It's just, so stupid." She realized she was talking to herself out loud. She heard her brother's voice in her head mocking her. "You're stupid!" She smiled to herself. As she opened one box, she noticed written across the top, "Classified before verified." She thought. Hello, how far can a newspaper stretch the truth just to get a real good story? She pulled one of the files from the box, set it on in front of her, and slowly opened it with caution. She felt like she was doing something wrong and getting away with it. Stamped across the first page in big, bold red letters, she read, "Needs verification." Just then the door at the top of the stairs leading down to the records room creaked as it opened. Somebody's got to oil that door. Karen? Karen! She was somewhat relieved to hear the voice of Bob Stern, the one who handed her the assignment. She took a breath and exhaled her words. Yeah, sure thing, Mr. Stern. Here, I'm here. What did you find? He barked, then cleared his throat again. She closed the current file she was about to read as she spoke nervously. No, nothing yet, really. I mean, I just started, so, but yeah, no, relax, relax. He finally got the words out. Her mind was racing. It obsessively filled with fear of doing something wrong on her first real chance to write something really captivating. Then it jumped to, I hope I don't catch whatever he's hacking out. He gained his composure after struggling down the stairs and inhaling the lower-level debris surrounding the old records. Lowering his voice, he spoke a little more personal, gentler. Yeah, just relax. Have fun with it. You have access, high-level security clearance, as I like to call it. Read over what you, has already gone to print and just rewrite the same shit. Oops, I'm sorry about my language. Rewrite the same stuff, just a little different. I mean, you don't want to plagiarize anything while at the same time just regulate regurgitate what's already been written, read, and, well, frankly, crapped out the other end. He tried to remind himself he was talking to just a kid. Sure, she was moving into adulthood, but she was still just a young kid. Because of the way he just worded things, his conscience bothered him. He tried to filter his language. I'm sorry. You must think I'm an old school bastard or a grumpy old overweight cuss. He couldn't hold back a hacking cough mixed with his laughter, then replied, Rewrite without full-on plagiarism. No, of course not. I know. Like I said, just relax. He found her innocence cute. He remembered when he was hired here 25 years ago. It was such a sentimental journey that led to him going on and on about what he was like at her age and what his first story was. He continued rambling on down the road of nostalgia for what seemed to be much longer than what was necessary. Karen wondered, what should she commit to memory, take to heart, or if she really needed to listen at all to anything he was presently saying. Karen kept her focus and tried to listen and act as if Bob was interesting enough to hold her attention. While he related some reminiscent tale of his virgin experience, she moved the boxes around and took a few of the other lids off. More dust filled the air as she began to develop in her own head what she wanted to write. How she could give a good spin to an article others wrote before her. She heard Bob finally begin to relate to the task at hand. He pointed to the boxes as he said, These newspaper articles are mostly true facts. Facts. She flipped the lid from the specially marked box and slid it to the furthest side of the 8-foot table. Then, taking that box, she purposely placed it on top of the classified folder. She had just opened and shut when Bob came down. Bob hacked a little more, then looked at his watch. "Oops! Lunchtime!" She instinctively reached for her notebook in her back pocket, ready to take his lunch order and go upstairs to get everyone else's. She sighed. "Yeah, okay, I guess I can get started after I've—" Bob held up his hand and busted out a loud sneeze. Achoo! His body was fighting to keep the allergens away. It caused the dirt in the air to swirl into an unseen dust devil. Then he spoke, while bits of spittle still glistened on his lips. "Nonsense, Karen. You stay here. Let that other intern, good old what's-his-face. Glenn? Yeah, Glenn. Let Glenn do it. You stay and get material to write the best damn article you can write. Again, sorry for my language and the sneeze." He turned to walk away and ascend the old stairs. Karen smiled. Midway up, he said, "Okay, but Karen, remember, what you write reflects me. If you write crap, that makes me look like crap. I'm not crap, Karen." No, I know." She was still so nervous. "Relax, kid. You're not crap either, so don't write crap. Wilkes, the chief editor, will talk my ear off and say I should have never let you do an article in the first place. My 25 years here may keep my job secure, but it won't save you." She nodded. As he approached the door, he heard Karen shout, "Thank you, Mr. Stern. I won't let you down, Mr. Stern." Although his back was turned, he gave an approving smile Karen did not see. He yelled back, "I hope you don't. And I'll send what's-his-face down here to get your lunch order." "No, it's okay. I don't have any money for—" The door squeaked open, then slammed shut.